I've never done a step-by-step on any of my projects, but I thought, well, maybe try it this time. This is going to be a Christmas Grinch. And so this is how it all starts. Basically, on his body, we start with a pinch pot on the bottom, and then a wrap that's being cut so that it will have this tapered shape. So that gives us kind of the main body. And I picked that as the front because I think he's got a pretty nice rump there. And then I started to make the legs, and I actually used long pieces of clay for the legs this time. Normally I do hollow legs, but these are solid just because of the bends that are required and how they're going to fit against the major part of the body. Now the body is hollow, of course. Once the pinch pot and the sides were put in place, I put a cap on it, sealed it, so it's, it's starting to set up now, so it's pretty nice and solid. And of course, most of the weight is taken out. From here, what I'll likely do, because I'll probably go to the Grinch's head now, and then I'll be doing the arms last, because this Grinch is going to be holding a little sign, and it's going to be a personal message for the person that's going to get this. So now there's obviously a lot of shaping to do on the legs, but they're just roughly held in position at the moment, so I can start to understand what I need to do to get the look right before we start moving up. So that's it for now, and I'll pop back later and maybe we'll talk about the head when that's done, and then we can talk about finishing it with the arms and the signboard. Okay, so that's it for now. Since we last talked, we made a little bit of progress. Let me just go over some of the things that I've done in this next step. I've shaped the legs, and they are now in position where they need to be. And as you can see, I've made some progress on the Grinch's head. And the head is basically two pinch pots, which I then shaped into kind of cone shape, and then put the two pinch pots together so that we get the basic shape of the head. And once they were firmly attached and I was happy with them, then I started to add clay for the cheeks and shaping those puffy cheeks into the neck shape. I created a small neck cap and angled it for the head to attach to so that it looks like it belongs. And then once I got the cheeks in place, I had a fair bit of work. Let me just adjust the light a bit. A fair bit of work on the front of the face. Of course, the Grinch has this sloping big front lip that comes down to the mouth and a tiny lower lip. So I had to take some wet clay and make that work, and then put the nose in as kind of a final step, if you will. Once the head was starting to take some shape, I took my really scientific tool, my fork, and created the scores for the what will be the hair, facial hair, and similarly just scores for the hair around the head. I made the the hat in two pieces. There was the first stage of the hat, and then the second stage, and then joining the two so they look like they have a natural angle, and then finally the little pom-pom on the hat as well. Now, when I did the original shape and I had the belly in place, um, I hadn't taken into account what was going to happen with the arms holding the little sign that says I loves person's name. So what I did, because I knew that sign is going to add weight to the structure and certainly on the arms when they go in place. So I made the belly a little bit bigger, and there's actually quite a nice resting spot. So the arms will come out and go in and then hold this sign, and then at the base of it will rest on the tummy to help take some of the stress off the arms. Now, when I do the arms, I haven't decided if they're going to be hollow or solid, but definitely there's going to be a need to support them while they go nicely leather hard. The structure is hollow. Of course, the head is hollow. And what I did is in the neck, I created a hole, and then at the base of the head, I created a hole. So now it's hollow, and the chamber goes from the head right down into the body. So when I create the breathing hole for the internal drying to take place, which I'll probably do at the end of today once I get the sign and the arms roughly in place, I'll put the breathing hole in, and then the inside can start to dry more quickly. Yeah, so that's it to this point, and I expect that there'll be some little final touch-ups on the face and what have you. And obviously, before I put the arms and hands with the sign in place, I'm going to need to do my underglazing here and here, because trying to get in with a brush once that little sign's in place may be rather difficult. So I have to kind of pre-plan all of that. Next step is to get busy making the little sign, and I have a rough idea in mind. And so we'll figure that out in terms of how big the dimensions should be and so forth. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll be back with the next stage, and by then, hopefully, we'll have the sign and the arms, and that'll be it. Okay, talk to you in a while. Well, we're at the stage now where we've made some significant progress. We got the arms and the little sign all roughed in. They were a little bit tricky to do. Obviously, they had to be supported, and it took a good few minutes to figure this all out. But we finally got the little sign affixed on top of his tummy, and then the arms. And I used an extruder to do the fingers on the paws or hands, whatever the Grinch has, and managed to get them in position nicely. The one arm actually curls around the sign and kind of encloses it. And I did the cutout on the little sign because it's a red shirt in behind. The see-through works well. And I'll be doing a yellow color on the sign, and then after bisque, I'll put in the color for the lettering as well. I did a coating of the underglaze. At this stage, it really helps me see where all the little zits are, particularly the major ones that I want to clear up. some will get away without any problem. But it gives me a good idea of where the inconsistencies are. For example, on his face, I'm going to try and do a little bit of work on the cheeks, do some little bits of hair coming out so that it kind of matches how the Grinch looks. Generally, he's looking pretty good, and I cut a hole in the bottom, so I've got a nice breathing area there, and then I did puncture holes on the back. You can see one of them up there, and there's another one down near his rump. And of course, the next step, all the little pom-poms on his hat, his sleeves, and around his ankles, the bottom of his shirt, all have to go on. And that should give it a pretty good look. But by and large, she's coming along pretty well. And I feel much better now that the arms are leather hard, and I can, as I say, do some final work on them. It'll need another round of touch-up underglazing before I take it into the art center for final drying, and then ultimately for bisquing. And we'll maybe come back when we've got the pom-poms on and done all the little bit of cleanup, just to give you one final look at them. I've been putting about 2 hours a day for about 4 days. So I've got about 8 hours into it so far, and that's not too bad. And I figure with another hour or two, I should be well on the way to having it ready for going in for bisquing. Should be pretty good for transporting too. He's pretty stable on his base, and of course with the feet as well. So with a little bit of foam around him, it should be able to transport him into the center. Not too bad. So that's basically what we've been up to, and did a little more work on the cheeks. You might notice that those areas have been built up. A little more work around the eyes as well. And yeah, and I think that's it for now. We'll give you another final peek as we get to moving into the best stage. Okay? Well, here it is a couple hours later, and we're pretty well set now. All the little Christmas balls have been put around the sleeves, around the collar, around the toque, around the feet, and around the wrists as well. And having done that, that gives me, of course, my neckline, so I was able to work with that. Did a little bit of cleanup in a few areas, and then took some slip and went over the balls to give them a little bit of pattern surface, so when they are painted white, they'll look soft, you know, like pom-poms are supposed to. And the yellow on the sign. Now, the good news is I can get in at the back with a brush. It's tight, and it's going to take a small brush, and I'm not going to do it until we've gone through the bisque stage. So I don't want to, that's a very delicate area, and the last thing I want to do is make a mess at this point. But anyway, that's the underglaze as far as I'm going to take it on this, and that's our little Christmas Grinch. And I hope this little, I don't know what it is, this little step-by-step story was of interest to you, and sometime in the future we'll do another one. But there he is, and now he's going to sit. I put a bucket over him, and then next week get him into the center so that he can have his final drawing on a shelf, and then we'll be away to the races. Keep our fingers crossed. Always keep our fingers crossed for the kiln gods. Anyway, thank you very much, and I'm sure Kim is going to enjoy this. Our son's partner, she's absolutely crazy about the Grinch at Christmas time, and I thought she should have something personalized for herself. So we're not going to wait till Christmas, because then it's too late. So we'll get this over to her in the next few weeks and give her something to put up on her shelf for the Christmas season. Thank you. Bye for now.